Okay, I'm gonna start by looking at the components here. This is a dish rack dryer for people who have very small dishes, I guess. I ordered this off Temu. I think it was $10, and I just spilled a bunch of water all over the place. So let's get that cleaned up because I was tested earlier. There we go. Okay, now it's empty. So that's one of the things I'd like to point out. This bottom rack will hold a bunch of water on it. So this system is definitely not sealed. It'll work, but it is what it is. This is actually for drying silverware. Kind of just goes right in there. It's what I would like to use for our fogger, but unfortunately it's got holes in it, so that's gonna have to go aside. When it shipped to me, this was in pieces. I just had to put these little buttons in, push them in from the side, everything like that. So kind of what I'm thinking, we got a fogger here, set that there, gonna run it through the side. Unfortunately my fogger here is a 12 volt, but it's an example of what's going on. So if you've never seen these are basically humidifier, little token in there, or a little puck in there that bounces the water up and down at an ultrasonic level and creates humidity. So now we have, and I've got, of course, the disco model, because I've got lights in it. At the time, it was always available. So that's going to go through the side there. Then we have a fan. I've got to figure out how to power this still. This is just 5 volts, so probably be some kind of USB plug also, or USB plug for this, for fresh air exchange. It's going to go right on the side here. So I'll have to put a hole in the side and get that. And then we have this LED strip, which, as I said, is covered with a little covering so the LEDs stay dry. And it's a long strip. I think it's probably, I don't know, 3 meters. And I'm only gonna put it along the top, so I'm only really gonna need about that much of it. Although I may run it longer simply to get those wires to the edge. So maybe cut it right there. So the nice thing about this stuff is you can cut it to any length you want. So if I unplug it from the power system, it would help if I unplug the right one, not my light. Get that fixed real quick. There we go. And I can take this back and get the size again. And then you look in the middle of here where your pads are, and you can cut it anywhere there's a line like that. Let's see here. Probably actually says exactly where to cut it, but I'm trying to make sure I get it right. Those look like solder pads. I wonder if that's a better place to cut it than just the normal pads. Oh, I'm going to cut it on the normal copper pads. And this cuts really easy. I'm going to cut mine one long because I want to make sure that I do this right. Okay, there we go. That's going to be cut. Now we have that system set up. This was a little thing you buy on Temu too. Allows you to control it. You can control it from your phone, so you can do all kinds of stuff. I just happen to have this on hand, so you could probably buy just a white one. I happen to buy the multicolor. As you can see, it's still working with the cutoff part there. And we can do all kinds of fun things with it if we want. But what I'll do is get this installed, and then I can set up my phone to actually control it. So that's going to go on the inside there. And I think I'm going to put it on the lid. When I look at this, take this out for a minute, turn that off. I think the best way to do this is to put it on the lid. There's a slight amount of room there, but that gets pretty tight right up in there. So yeah, let's put this on the lid. Okay, which means we want to dry that off. Pull this over here. Oh, I just don't